Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let me welcome you to our today's webinar that will be focused on SAP Analytics Cloud component called Analytical application. My name is Aleksandra Borucka. I am the moderator of today's webinar. By my side, your expert who will guide you to the main part related to app design, Bartosz Kram.
Good morning, I'm Bartosz Kram and I'm a BI consultant working in SAP Poland.
Our today's presentation is divided in two main parts. I will provide you with a short overview of our company, give you some important facts of what we do, who we are and how we can support you. Then Bartosz will guide you to the main part about SAP Analytics Cloud app design. SNP is a transformation company that was founded back in 1994 in Heidelberg. Over the years, we have grown to a company with currently over 1,350 people, a company that supported over 10,000 different transformation projects. Geographically, we are located on all major continents, which means that we have our delivery centers in Europe, both Americas, in Asia. We have recently also opened our new subsidiary in Australia. This is a big advantage for us because we can directly serve our customers over several time zones. For example, today's webinar we are running from Poland. As our president of the board says, transformation never ends, which means that companies change as their business environment changes. There are also IT-driven or technical causes that may lead to transformation needs. We are a company that understands this, and our core business is transformation of SAP-centric IT environments. We support our customers in their daily transformations that are part of their business life. Currently, we have a lot of transformation projects related to SAP S/4HANA migration, and we do it our own way, so-called Bluefield way. SNP's Bluefield approach lets you merge, split, upgrade, and harmonize systems in a single go-live project with automated data and business process testing. With Bluefield approach, you can simply automate your journey to SAP S/4HANA. We could speak long about Bluefield, but this is rather a topic for another webinar, as our focus today is app design. If you would like to find out more about our Bluefield approach, please contact us. Here is a list of our certifications and standards. I don't want to read out everything here. You can see that we are certified and also partnered in many ways, and our software approach is also certified. That's it to the SNP from my side. I would hand over to Bartosz.
Today we will focus on SAP Analytics Cloud Analytic application, and the plan for the webinar is that at the beginning I will present the business value of the solution. Next I will present the application example, show the live demo, and discuss the roadmap of the product. What is SAP Analytics Cloud Analytic application? What are the functionalities and what can it offer? The functionality of the SAP Analytics Cloud can be compared to the suite. SAC stories the part that is already available in the cloud is an example of a high-class suite made of novel fabrics. In most cases, it will be a best solution, perfectly balanced between user requirements, price, and the time spent on searching for a good model. SAC stories also allows us to create intuitive dashboard in a fast way, but without the possibility to personalize solutions according to the business requirements. On the other hand, there's the SAC app design, the new part of the SAP Analytics Cloud, and it can be compared to the suite designed for a person that does not agree on any compromises. Every single element has to be perfectly suited made with exact as the customer wanted it to be. Analytical applications allows us to customize every dashboard element for most sophisticated requirements. Analytic Cloud, Analytic application, is an SAP Analytic Cloud component providing all necessary functionalities for dashboard designing. Developer gains ability to use simple widgets as images, buttons, drop-down lists, checkbox groups, and many others, and of course a wide range of visualization methods. It means tables and many chart types, from the simplest ones as KPIs or bullet points with heat maps, ending with waterfall charts presenting single components as a part of a total. The most important functionality available in Analytic application that is not available in stories is ability to script in JavaScript. Built-in API allowed developer to script every single element with a set of predefined functions. It makes the dashboards interactive. Also, every function that is available is well explained, so it's easy to enter and familiarize with a tool. Scripts are defined in special places called events. And for example, charts allows us to serve events called onSelect, and buttons event is OK, on click. What is more, Analytic application has a built-in R language. This powerful functionality allows the developer to make sophisticated statistical analysis thanks to the linear or non-linear modeling, statistical tests, or time series analysis. Last but not least, app design offers possibility to use machine learning. This technology currently considered as one of the most popular and fastest growing, allows developers to accelerate dashboard creation or even discover unsuspected data relationships. With just a few clicks, it's possible to create new interesting dashboards without time-consuming process of widget configuration. I have discussed the business value, and now I want to present an example of an application. I will now change to the system. That's the application I created for the webinar today. And here we can see two simple charts at the top of the dashboard. One of them presents KPI value. The second is bullet point. We can also see a table here with the data for products. And what's here that we can see and what's not available in SAC stories, we have a drop-down list here. It's of course implemented inside the application, and it allows us to choose the value that we want to show on the bottom on the top charts. And for example, let's change quantity sold to the gross margin. And when I change it, you can see that the value here is changed as gross margin. And we can see also that the bullet point change with exactly new threshold values. Okay, of course, we can also implement more logic here. And for example, this application allows us to see the details of every product. And for example, let's choose IPA. And here we can see what's the quantity sold of this specific product during the years. Okay, maybe let's change the range just to a single year. And let's choose 2015. We can see that the chart is filtered to the 2015 with every single quarter of the year. Let's change it to show single months. And we can see that we have a data for every single month here. Okay, let's find what machine learning can do for us. And here we have a button implemented to start the machine learning, the part responsible for making a new dashboard for this specific product, this specific selections. So let's open the start discovery part. And as we can see here, we have an IPA selected and our measure. Let's change the IPA to include more products, dark beer, lager, and ginger ale. Okay, and we can run the machine. We have to wait a bit, but that's the fast process. And we will see that the application itself made a new story for us. And with in a fast way, we created completely new dashboard without the time-consuming process of configuration of every single chart here. And here we can see that what's the forecast for our products, analyze gross margin by sales manager, and analyze many data that we did not implement that by ourselves, but machine learning did it for us. And that's everything that I wanted to show you in an example of an application. Now I will show the record of creation of the dashboard from the very beginning. It will be a record because to avoid any technical challenges that could appear in live creation. Okay, and let's see the process of preparing the dashboard from the beginning. First, we need to enter the SAP Analytics Cloud and log in. Then we need to choose to create Analytic application. And here we can see that we have an empty canvas on the beginning with an outline panel on the left-hand side. On the outline panel, we can see every object that is included in our application. So at the beginning, we will add here which is the model of the data that we will be using. But we created the first chart here. And now we are changing the type of the chart to the numeric point, one of the simplest charts. But we can see that we have 6 categories of the chart types, which provides us with a wide range of visualization methods. Let's add the measure. And as a measure, we'll choose a stock quantity. Of course, we can copy the objects that are already created to save some time during the dashboard creation. But let's change the measures that will show on this chart, and we choose the stock value here. Okay. Now we're adding a third chart that will present our data in more granular way. And let's make it as a bar column chart and with a vertical orientation. Again, we choose the stock quantity as a measure. And we want to show stock quantity in every single city. Now we will add a widget that is not available in a story. We'll add the radio button. This component will let us choose which measure we want to show on the chart on the right side. And to do that, we need to configure the radio button. In a value, we enter the ID of a single button, and in a text, we will present the text that will appear on the dashboard. Of course, we can also create tables. Here we will use one to present the data here. And this table will present the measures of cities and products in the cities. As a measure, we will choose the average quantity of a product, average value of single product, and also product sale. And as I already said, in the rows, we will add the city and the products. Products are in a hierarchy. That's why we saw the arrow on the left-hand side of the product name. We can also filter the data on the table, on the chart, on the creation level, and here we will set the filter on the 1st January of 2019. And as a last element of our dashboard, we will use checkbox group. This checkbox group will be scripted in the next steps, and it will allow us to choose which measures we want to show on the tables, but not as a radio button did, that we needed to choose only one value, but here we can choose all the values or just single ones. It depends on how we want to display it. We set the default values for every checkbox, because at the beginning we want to see all the measures. And now to allow us to simply navigate on the dashboard, we need to change the names of every object. And let's change it to the things that are presented on the charts. And for two tops charts present KPI values, so we called it KPI 1 and KPI 2. Okay, now we will create a variable. It will allow us to save the value of selected measure. I mean the name of the selected measure on the radio button. It will be used in a script that we will be implementing in the next steps. And for variables, we can choose the type. In this example, we'll choose the string type and set this as an array. Arrays means that the single variable can store multiple data values. And the default value is set here to open the application with the default value of the variable. So let's stop here. As you can see, I clicked on the icon of FX. It's an icon that allows us to edit the script of single component. And as you can see here, we opened the tab for measures on select. That's the tab where we see that we are currently editing a script for event called onSelect. And now I'm presenting the way the script is written. It has help values that helps us create scripts a lot faster than without it. The application itself tells us maybe you want to do that, and that's the set of available attributes or functions for every single element. That we are currently creating is responsible for removing measures from the bar chart, because if we want to choose the measure for chart, at the very beginning we need to clear it and then set the new measures. And here in this if statement, we check if the selected radio button is SQT, it's stock quantity. And that's the ID for stock quantity saved in the variable that we created, selected measure. And also the second if statement responsible for selecting the stock value. As you can see, the process of code creation is really fast and really simple. And now for the chart, we add the selected measures on the value axis. Okay. We can close the part where we set the code, the script. And at the moment, we have our radio button implemented. Now I copy and paste the part of the code that is responsible for selecting multiple measures on the table, just to accelerate the process of the records. And also I'm creating the second variable that is set as an array to store the multiple values, and it will be responsible for storing the cities selected on the bar chart here in this part. Also, we can add the script objects. For example, we have a part of the code that will be used multiple times. We don't need to write it down every single moment. We can store it in script object and use it later as a function. Okay, and now we choose to store the selected cities, and here we check which cities are selected, and then we will filter the data in the table based on this values. Now we need to save the application to be able to run it. Let's call it a live app. And now we can run the application. In the right corner of our screen, we have the Run Analytic application option. Now the new tab is opened. And that's what we have just created. We can see that changing of radio button changes our value presented on the bar chart. Selecting or deselecting checkboxes change the measures in the table. And we can also choose one city and present it in the table in a detailed way. We of course can delete the filter from the table itself, or even choose multiple cities and present it in the table. Okay, that's all that I wanted to show in the live example. I hope you enjoyed it. And now let's get back to the presentation. Now I want to discuss the roadmap, the plan of developing the app design according to the SAP information. And plans for the second quarter of 2019 are presented on the left side. It's a smart predict integration, scripting capability for planning functions, also OData calls, that's the support for OData data sources, containers and containers widgets. That's something that will be developed by SAP in the fastest way. It's tab strips, panel, grid layouts. It allows to make the application in a more objective way. Also dynamic layout. It's for a responsive layout. Doesn't matter how wide the screen is, we will have our object presented in a neat way. Also create story from widgets is something cool, because we can build a widget and then just change it to the story. Okay, also the support for performance as a lazy loading of data sources and parallel executions, custom widgets. For example, if something is not developed in a standard way and the corporation wants to have its own widget, then the SDK, a software development kit, will be able to build its own widgets. There are also plans for the second half of the year, 2019, and includes some main functionalities as shared data sources, also enterprise features as bookmarks that allows us to save the snapshot of our application and then open it with exact same filters, selections, and the state of the application. Composites, that's also a really important part, because it allows developers to work in a parallel way to develop the application. Yeah, and also export functionalities as export to PDF and CS file. SAP is working on this analytic application now. That's the main thing they're doing now. But the plan can change a little bit. That's what SAP says. Okay, that's everything that I wanted to present to you. So thank you for being here as our guest.
Thank you, Bartosz, for the interesting presentation. If you have any questions, please just contact us. We hope to see you soon on our other webinars. Have a nice day and a week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.